Hello! This guide is designed specifically for you. If you're in senior leadership, on a board, or an investor in a company that operates globally, we're here to provide a clear, strategic overview of a mandatory compliance point you simply cannot overlook: the AI literacy requirements baked into the EU AI Act. So let's start with the most important question right off the bat. You see EU in the title, and you might think, well, that's a European issue. But does this regulation really reach across the ocean and affect your business, even if you're headquartered in the US or elsewhere? The answer to that is a resounding yes. Think back to how GDPR fundamentally changed the game for data privacy all over the world. Well, the AI Act was built with that same principle in mind. It has what's known as extraterritorial reach, which means its authority extends far beyond the borders of Europe, placing direct obligations on companies just like yours, wherever you are. So, here's our game plan for this guide. We'll start with the Act's global reach. Then, we'll zoom in on the specifics of Article 4, the AI literacy part. We'll clarify the difference between being a provider and a deployer, which is key. From there, we'll talk about how to build a program that actually works. And we'll wrap up with the strategic risks and actions you need to consider at the leadership level. Okay, let's dive into that first point, the AI Act's global reach, and get to the heart of why this European law is absolutely a matter for your boardroom. The regulation kicks in under a few different scenarios. If your company sells an AI system in the EU or uses one there, you're covered. That's pretty straightforward. But it's this last point that's the real game changer. Even if your company has zero physical presence in the EU, if the output from your AI system gets used there, the Act applies to you. So, imagine a US firm that uses an AI tool to screen candidates for a job opening in its Paris office. That activity falls right under the Act's jurisdiction. And this is exactly why it's a top-level concern. The financial stakes are, frankly, enormous. The fines are structured in tiers, and as you can see, the penalties for the most serious violations can hit 35 million euros, or 7% of your total worldwide annual turnover, and they'll take whichever number is higher. For any major multinational, a penalty like that could easily run into the hundreds of millions. That brings us to the core of this guide, the mandatory compliance obligation for AI literacy, which is spelled out in Article 4. Now, Article 4 is very direct. It says that companies shall take measures to ensure, to their best extent, a sufficient level of AI literacy. The phrase to really focus on there is to their best extent. That isn't just legal boilerplate. It's an active command. It means you're required to make a genuine, good faith effort to educate your people based on your specific context. So what do they actually mean by AI literacy? Well, the Act defines it as the knowledge and understanding you need to use AI systems in an informed way. And this isn't just about the tech. It's about being sharp enough to see the business opportunities, sure, but more importantly, to be fully aware of the risks and the real potential for harm these systems can cause. And just to be absolutely clear on the timing here, this is not something coming down the pike. This literacy requirement became a mandatory obligation for every company in scope way back in February of 2025. Compliance should have already been woven into your operational fabric. This leads us to a really critical distinction your organization has to make. Your specific duties under the Act really depend on whether you are what's called a provider of AI or a deployer of AI. So let's break down what those roles mean. It's actually pretty simple when you get down to it. A provider is the one who builds an AI system and puts it on the market. They carry the main weight of the technical documentation and risk assessments. A deployer, on the other hand, is any company that uses an AI system in its day-to-day business. Their job is to use it correctly and make sure there's human oversight. A lot of your organizations will probably be deployers, and some of you might even wear both hats. But here is the single most important takeaway from this section. It doesn't matter which category you fall into. That AI literacy obligation in Article 4, it applies to both providers and deployers. There is simply no getting around this training requirement. So now that we've defined the obligation and the roles, let's pivot to the solution. How do you actually build an AI literacy program that's compliant and, actually effective for everyone from your executive team all the way to your frontline staff? The first thing to know is that buying a generic, off-the-shelf training course and checking a box is not going to be enough. The EU's own AI office has been very clear that they expect a flexible and context-dependent strategy. This means you have to think about the specific AI tools you use, the different roles your employees have, and the unique risks you face. A really solid program follows a clear 4-step plan. First, you have to assess where your organization is right now. What's the current level of AI knowledge? Second, you tailor the training to specific job roles and their associated risks. Third, you implement different learning tracks, a foundational one for most and advanced ones for others. And last but not least, you document everything to prove you've made your best extent effort. So, the emerging best practice is what we call a multi-tiered strategy. This means you have foundational training for every single employee covering the basics. Then, you have advanced programs for the specialists who are actually building or managing these AI systems. And critically, you must have dedicated executive education for the board and senior leadership that connects AI directly to strategy, governance, and risk oversight. This brings us to our final section, where we'll focus on the specific risks and strategic actions that really demand attention at the board level. Now, this is a very important nuance in how this will be enforced. If you look through the Act, you won't find a direct fine for failing to comply with Article 4. But, and this is a big but, regulators have explicitly said that poor AI literacy can be considered an aggravating factor in other violations. What that means is neglecting this can make any other fine you receive significantly larger. So leadership has to get out in front of this. Your first action item is to mandate a formal assessment of your company's role and its AI-related risks. Second, you must oversee due diligence on all your AI vendors. Third, for any high-risk AI you use, you've got to ensure robust management and oversight systems are in place. And finally, it's time to recognize that a failure in this area isn't just a regulatory issue. It could very well be viewed as a breach of fiduciary duty. We've covered a lot of ground today to give you a strategic framework for understanding your duties under Article 4. Of course, this guide is not and cannot be a substitute for formal legal advice. We strongly urge you to consult with qualified legal counsel to get a detailed assessment of your organization's specific obligations and your unique risk exposure under the EU AI Act.